What's going on, fight fans? Welcome back. This is Mills, MMA Locker Room with Pub Sports, and we got a lot to talk about. The recap and reaction video is live, man. UFC Fight Night just went down, and we're going to talk about some of the biggest knockouts, the controversial moments, the fights that completely shifted the division, and we're breaking it all down right here, okay? We're going to react to the finishes, the biggest winners, the losers, what bets won, did you bet it, did you regret it? Some fighters definitely elevated their careers last night, and some really took some steps back. So if you watch the fights with me or you're just catching up, sit back because we're about to recap everything that went down inside the octagon last week. This is Mills. Let's talk about it. All right, man. The first fight of the night, man. Pierre Rodriguez versus Sam Hughes. Pierre Rodriguez did what she wanted to Sam Hughes out there. Totally abused her. One unanimous decision. She opened up around a minus 120, got bet up to a minus 150. I definitely had her as one of my premium plays in there. We were able to check that window off, man. First round was a little bit competitive, but after that, man, it was just a takedown fest, man. Well, really wasn't a takedown fest. She didn't even need him. She only had one takedown, but she outlanded Sam Hughes on the feet. 111 all the way to 91. So Pierre Rodriguez, to me, I think her stock's going to be rising, and that's somebody I bet on, and I definitely don't regret it in that one. Next one, man. UFC debutant making his debut, Hector Sosa, 15-1 against Lauren Lasorda. Now, that betting line kind of stayed the same all week. Competitive fight for the first two rounds. Lasorda definitely slowed down, though, later on in those rounds. Sosa was able to get the decision unanimously. He was just a little bit too much to take on the feet. His striking was there. But after watching that, he's defensively not sound. He was getting hit after hit. So if he's taking on a hard hitter, somebody that's not like Lauren Lasorda, I think he can definitely get clipped. Next one. Be a Mosquito taking on Monster Rendon. Now, this is where a lot of people's parlay started. This is where a lot of props got started. Bia to win by submission was plus 105. We got there with it. Bia with the two-leg parlay with Urabai. We got there with it. Let's talk about how it went. Of course, just like how we thought, man. First round finished by the submission, man. 31 strikes for Bia. She ain't even get hit. She must run. Don't ain't even throw a punch, bro. Like she ain't land nothing. 31 strikes to 0. Submitted. Taken down with one takedown. I've been telling y'all about this girl from LFA, man. Like, she's it. She's as advertised, and she's getting better. Definitely, man. And on the betting guide movement, she was the biggest favorites line who's moved. She moved from a minus 450 all the way up to a minus 800. And I think she covered that price tag, man. Definitely, man. Watching out and reacting to that, that's a fighter you definitely want to see. And I think her to win by submission next time, you ain't getting it cheap. Next fight, your boy, Eric Anders, took on Brad Tavares, man. I was telling y'all about Eric Anders, man, on the podcast. Told y'all Eric Anders going to win. But let's talk about the line movement. This guy opened up as an underdog, man. Opened up as a plus 135 underdog and closed as a minus 115 favorite. And he looked as advertised. First round, he was clinching him up against the cage, hitting him with the heavier strikes. Brad Tavares didn't look the same. He didn't look like he had his offensive game out there. It looked like he was just going into the fight to fight. Kind of makes sense while the line changed. Second round, Brad Tavares drops Eric Anders. But then Eric Anders, gets back on him at the end of the round. Close round. Brad Tavares, 1-1 going into that third round. Eric Anders just did what he did. Grown man, clinched him up against the cage and got the job done, man. Retired right after that, put his gloves down in the cage. Shout out to Eric Anders, man. Yeah, man. Going forward, Brad Tavares, I think that'll be the last time we see Brad Tavares, man. All right, next fight, man. Manuel Sosa took on Balaji Oki. This one was a banger, folks. These guys was throwing in that first round. Key point. Manuel Sosa looks like Patchy Mick's bigger brother. Balaji Oki looks like Joaquin Buckley's little cousin. All right, so look, man, they out there throwing in the first round. Take that. Take that. Second round, they still throwing. Balaji Oki getting clipped a little bit, Gets into that third round. He's getting clipped, and Manuel Sosa said, hey, man, I ain't got time for this. Cold cocked him straight out like that. Put him out to sleep. One of the best knockouts on the card. Manuel Sosa looked as advertised, making his UFC debut. Seen him fighting the PFL promotion. I'm throwing this name out there. Shout out to my boy Archie Kogan. He's the guy who beat him on there, and he's the guy you're going to see in the UFC anytime now. Just remember where you heard it here first. Now, next fight. Su Young Yu taking on Elijah Smith. And this is where the parlays also got started, man. A lot of people bet with Elijah Smith. First round, he was looking shaky. Got taken down 3 or 4 times by Sung Young Yu. Everybody's like, all right, man. But we knew that was going to happen. Second round, changed that shit. What did he do, man? Flipped him around with some reversals, hit him with some nice little scrambles, and got the submission. Some people cashed out there. It was like plus 1,100 out there. But yeah, man, Elijah Smith, he's looking good and he's taking those steps. You know that he got power and he's explosive, but that just showed that his grappling's up to par and he can win by any means necessary. One by decision, one by knockout, and he got the sub. MMA Toolkit number 1. Let's go. Next fight, man. Victor Petrino taking on Steven Asplin. This fight was, man, almost gave people goddamn heart attacks out there, man. You're like, all right, Petrino looking good. Oh, shit, he got clocked. Asplin's looking good. Oh, shit, he's not. Like, man, first round, Asplin gets a cut on his face. Petrino gets knocked down to the ground. You're like, oh, my God. They pause the betting lines. You're like, what's happening? Man, this fight went to decision. That's what's happening, man. It looked like it wasn't getting out that first round for anything, man. Petrino showed, though, fight IQ is not there, man. But he's there to fight, man. When he was getting hit, it's like, all right, man, you hitting me. I got boulders back. Bam, bam, bam. Like, so overall, man, yes, if you fighting tail to knee, whatever, man. If you fighting scrap to scrap with Steven Asplin like that in the decision, gotta fall back next time, Petrino. But you did cash us that Petrino and Elijah Smith parlay. Shout out to my boy 2 Cent, man. He gave it out on the Locker Room Talk podcast out here, plus 105. I told him on that. I loved it. When I seen the plays coming out from the podcast this week, I was like, oh, that's money. I smelled it. I was like, that's money too. So I had to tell some of the boys parlays, man. So it was an awesome night over here at the podcast, by the way, man. We damn near swept the board on the podcast plays. I think 4-1. And not just that, man. Made a lot of money. So if you guys are looking to watch the live streams and not just these, make sure you guys check us out Saturday because that's where it goes down. Speaking about going down, this motherfucker went down. Chris Curtis versus My Tech Orba. My Tech Orba, my guy from LFA. A lot of people don't like him. I've been trusting him. Been winning money with him since a dog. But how we going to react to this one, man? He had this motherfucker. Listen to this. Listen to this. Chris Curtis, he has so great takedown. He stuffed 20 takedowns from that one the jiu-jitsu guy. I forget the name right now. He's so good. His takedown defense is immaculate. This motherfucker got taken down 19 times. Nigga, I said 19. 19 times he got taken down, man. 19 times he got taken down, bro. I ain't got nothing more to say, man. Orba won by decision in there. Dominant performance, 83 strikes, 19 takedowns. All right, so he stuffed 20, and then he got taken down 19. Y'all do the fucking math with that shit. I'm over this shit. Next fight. This one. I don't know, man. I still don't know about this shit. Charles Johnson versus Bruno Silva. I thought that fight, it played out like I was supposed to. Split decision, right? But Charles Johnson in the media was talking about, I don't know what they talking about, man. I thought I won every round. Let's talk about it. 110 strikes landed, to 101. Okay, he won the strikes. No takedowns for Bruno Silva. All right, got that. All right, cool. But when I was watching it, it didn't look like that. It looked like Bruno Silva was hitting with a little bit more powerful impact of strikes. You know how Charles loves to be on his bike, pedaling back sometimes. But in that second and third round, he was coming forward and stuff. Close fight, could have won anyway. But yeah, man, what you guys think about that one? Did y'all really think Charles Johnson won? Because I kind of was thinking I was going to give it to Bruno Silva, but shout out to Charles Johnson taking that fight on short notice. Again, coming back right back in the win column. Him and Loner Kavanaugh, both them guys coming off of losses, coming right back into the scene and getting wins, man. Shout out to you guys on that, man. That's why I say you guys be too down on people after they get a loss and act like people ain't supposed to lose. Folks, this ain't sports. This ain't a team thing. They gonna lose, all right? Like, just like your team loses, they play the next week, you get over it. All right, speaking of that, man, you gonna get over this one? I ain't. Omar C taking on Ion Cutelaba. Omar C was a minus 260 favorite, close out a minus 360. I ain't seen nobody bet Ion Cutelaba all week. I ain't hear nobody talk about Ion Cutelaba beating this dude all week. Dude subbed him. Just like that, round one, man. Round one, I couldn't believe it. He took him down easy. Big old guy out there standing. I'm done, man. Look, man, trust your eyes, not the lines. Trust your eyes, not the lines. If you did, you would have known not to parlay Omar C like that, bro. We ain't seen nothing with our eyes, but the betting lines told you he's going to win. He's a minus 260. Now he's a minus 350. Oh, bet it, right? Hell no, man. Had him in 1 or 2 parlays. Not too much because I knew already. Hell no, man. I can't walk that line with him. Speaking of it, got subbed in the first round. Ion Kuntalaba, he's going to stick around in the UFC. Yeah, he's definitely going to be sticking around in the UFC, man. Entertaining fighter. Entertaining fight of the night. Marwan Rocky taking on Harry Hardwick. Man, dude, Harry Hardwick got his jaw broke straight like that. What was it? After the second round, went to his corner. It's like, hey, my jaw, I can't feel my jaw. Corner called it off. This was the fight of the night, man. Dogging him. He showed up though, and Rocky showed up. Man, 93 strikes to 76 for the favorite who won. But these guys was going back and forth. Man, this was a typical old-fashioned UFC fight. This is one that you could circle back and watch it, like with your boys and everything. Harry Hardwick, man, he didn't look good in his first fight out. Got dropped by leg kicks. You showed your worth in there. Now, I think next fight, they're going to give you somebody that you could definitely win against to say, all right, man, you did enough right here. You know, still 0-2 in your debut. But Marwan, Rocky, kid looking nice out there, man. Kid looking nice. He definitely closed some parlays, too, for the crew over here. Next fight, got to talk about it. Jose Miguel Delgado taking on Andre Fili. When I was watching that fight, I thought Fili won, man. Yeah, I thought Fili won. Jose Delgado started off my prospect to profit parlay. We cashed with it, by the way, but I just thought Fili did enough to kind of get his hand raised. But he didn't get it done, man. You know, they gave it to Delgado. And when you look at the strikes landed, I guess so. It goes forward with it. 103 strikes landed to 70. But, man, Fili with those 4 takedowns. I don't know, man. It looked to me a little bit like Fili could have did enough to win on the scorecards. Now, some people are claiming fraud check, this and that, man. You can never be fraud check when you effing win, bro. Like, so stop it. And then on top of it, his last fight against Nathaniel Wood, a lot of people thought he won, which I did, and he didn't get the decision. So, you know, it goes both ways, right? But shout out to Andre Fili, though, man. He did look good against this up-and-coming young fighter. Jose Delgado closed as one of the biggest favorites, minus 260 or 300, all the way up to like a minus 500. Going forward, matchup by matchup, yeah, I still like Delgado a lot, but I lost. I had him to win by TKO in there. Definitely. He didn't even have an opportunity in there. He was the one that got dropped, man. Next fight. Julian Robertson taking on Amanda Lemos in a fight that I don't even remember, man. Reacting to or recapping on that one, man. Let me tell you about what happened, though. Shit, the fight happened. That's about it, man, that I remember, man. I'm pretty sure the same with y'all. 64 strikes landed for Julian Robertson, 51 for Lemos. To me, it was just a little bit like not a dominant performance, but a performance that Lemos didn't really have anything for. She didn't even look like she was in there trying to win, or trying to get her offense going. With that being said, gatekeeper, Julian Robertson just walked up in the gate. I think she's going to be one title fight next for the belt. Main event time, man. This thing didn't last no time, man. Kevin Vallejos versus Josh Emmett. All right, this is where the prospect to profit parlay closed at. We got it, man. Vallejos, 43 strikes. Emmett, 3 strikes, bro. Like 3 of them things. What you doing, man? The under 3.5 was an easy play. It was plus money. We got there. Kevin Vallejos inside the distance, of course, man. Now, when you look at Kevin Vallejos and his next couple opponents, he just got a high-level ranked opponent like this in a main event. I like this kid. Can't wait to see what's next for him. Now, out of all these fighters out here that we just reacted and recapped to, which one did you bet going forward and which one do you regret? The number one I regret is Omar C. He's officially on the DMB. Big Show, what's the DMB stand for?
Do not bet list.
There you go, my man, and you heard it here first. So let me know exactly who's on your do not bet list in the UFC this year, and who's going forward with that. Now, if you guys like this type of content, like and subscribe so you know what's going on over here at Pub Sports Radio. This has been the Recap Reaction with Mills. See you guys next time.